One of the biggest lies told by the media is that human beings are responsible for climate change. They say that global warming has been a consequence of industrialization. But the truth is that temperatures began to rise several years earlier. It is evident that global warming is just an excuse for us to pay more taxes. But taxes for what? No one knows where that money goes. And besides, there is no accountability. It is true that we are witnessing climate change, but the causes are different. It is not atmospheric pollution. Scientific research proves this, even though it is not made public, nor do they tell us that there have already been other climate changes in the past, meaning it is something normal, nothing extraordinary. From the end of the Middle Ages until nearly the end of the 19th century, the Earth went through a long period of cooling called the Little Ice Age. During that time, alpine villages were devastated by the unstoppable advance of glaciers. And Londoners, incredible as it may seem, were able to ice skate on the Thames. In Spanish and European history, there is mention of the Little Ice Age, which occurred between the mid-14th and 19th centuries. It was characterized by a marked drop in temperatures that caused catastrophic effects on agriculture and people, who fell victim to famine and disease. According to ancient writings, there was great anguish among the people of that time, as after losing their crops, they had to face, among other calamities, hunger and death. Some theorize that the Little Ice Age was caused by a decrease in solar radiation. Cooling temperatures certainly affected South America and China. But the written records that have been studied are from Northern Europe. Scientists have been able to determine the timing of the Little Ice Age by the expansion of glaciers in the Alps and in Norway. Nassif Sabah is a biologist. He studied at the Autonomous University of Nuevo in Monterrey, Mexico. According to him, the media and certain organizations have lied to us by saying that the current global warming is unprecedented, and that it is a threat to humanity and all life on Earth. When Nassif investigated past and current temperatures, he found that there were other periods of temperature changes and global warming in the past. It's much higher than the current warming. He also found that the concentration of carbon dioxide in the atmosphere has never been a major driver of Earth's climate, contrary to what we've been led to believe. Temperature changes, global warming, climate shifts, and fluctuations in atmospheric CO concentration are quite frequent on our planet. In his lecture on global warming, he made it very clear that he supports the fight against pollution and the destruction of biomes. However, he said that humans have not caused the current natural phenomena, as they are cyclical. The period prior to the medieval Little Ice Age was marked by global warming, which, like previous warm periods, occurred all over the planet. The fluctuation of the medieval warm period was 0.62 degrees Celsius globally. According to his research, the concentration of carbon dioxide has minimal influence on changes in tropospheric temperature. It is evident that there is no correlation between CO and the climate. We know that CO is a gas that can absorb and emit heat, but it cannot store enough energy to cause planetary warming. It is very clear that CO does not play a significant role in climate variability on Earth. Therefore, this suggests that the increase in atmospheric CO concentration cannot be attributed to human activities, but rather to natural phenomena. Dean Pisnell, a scientist at NASA's Solar Dynamics Observatory, also said that they have data indicating that solar activity is related to the climate, but they still don't understand how. Edward Walter Maunder, an English astronomer born in 1851, studied sunspots and the solar magnetic cycle, which led him to relate a period without sunspots to a time in Europe when there were extremely low temperatures, now known as the Maunder minimum. He demonstrated the relationship between the sun and our planet's temperature. According to him, sunspots disappeared from the surface of the sun when the mini-glaciation occurred. The sun is not only causing climate changes on Earth, it is also affecting all the planets in our solar system, producing even greater climate changes than on our own planet. Vladimir Vernadsky, a Russian scientist born in 1863 and founder of biogeochemistry, which combines chemistry, physics, geology, and biology, conducted research on climate change, along with his assistant Ralph Gallien. They concluded that the sun is producing these changes in the climate of our planet. Air and water pollution affect our health, but not our planet's climate. Our governments do little with all the money they collect. They continue to allow the use of detergents that pollute, not to mention pesticides that go directly into the rivers we drink from. We could list endless things that are allowed and that harm our health, but the worst is that they keep cutting down trees with governmental consent. This not only harms us, but also millions of animals. More and more studies indicate that one of the most important causes influencing climate change is the sun. What is proven is that it is not the fault of humans, as they want us to believe.